Principal describes a recent class where every kid could draw anything they want. Creative self-expression. So you see, Mr. and Mrs. Guerrero, Lily and Franco, a tree, little red apples. Sammy Barnes, a house, stick figure family. And Eddie, a martini.
I'm Dan Guerrero, a.k.a. Gaytino, and you're watching Boston Latino TV. Lo más bueno.
We are here at the Fenway Center with Dan Guerrero, the writer and star of Gaytino. How are you today?
Well, I'm fine. I'm excited to be here, and I wish I was a star, but I thank you for that anyway.
You're definitely a star. I'm a witness to that.
Oh, gracias.
So tell me, what made you create Gaytino?
I began to see more and more the correlation between the gay community and the Latino community. You know, in that we were both, at that time, supposedly a certain percentage of the U.S. population, both struggle with discrimination, both communities have made strides. We can't say we haven't. And I actually came up with a word first, and I thought, Gaytino. That's perfect. I trademarked it, and then I started to write the show. And that's how I did it. I did 2 lists, gay, moments of epiphany, and Latino. First time I realized I was gay, first time I realized I was Latino, first time I felt discrimination as a gay, etc. And I did this list, and then I started to mix them with all true stories, because it's really storytelling. The show is storytelling, and the scary thing is that every story in it is true.
Next stop on my Get a Life tour, the gay mecca of the East Coast, Fire Island. It's our homosexual Disneyland. On the small tip of Long Island, I see for the first time men walking hand in hand, like it's the most natural thing in the world. And this simple little act reminds me how oppressed my life is as a gay man. Always careful, on guard, alert. It's so second nature, I don't even notice it anymore.
Well, I wanted them to be entertained. I wanted them to have a good time. I also wanted it to be not only to be enjoyed by a gay person or a Latino person. I wanted, because what's the point? I mean, then you're preaching to the choir. You know, people don't know Chicano history, you know. So I did want to educate, which I know is a scary word, but I did. And also it was important for me to celebrate my dad and my best friend.
Charles leaves art school to paint murals for the UFW, posters for the teatro. He gets involved in la lucha, the fight, and he reclaims a name on his birth certificate. Charles is Carlos, and Carlos Almaraz becomes a leader himself in the Chicano art movement of the early 1970s.
So Hispanic Magazine voted you one of the 25 most powerful Latinos. How are you going to use that power?
Gee, first of all, I wish there were 25 powerful Latinos in Hollywood.
There were. You were one of 25.
Yeah. You know what? I use it like this. You know, I use it by doing my thing. I use it by portraying positive images, and, you know, that's all you can do, you know.
Dan, tell me, Gaytino was such a fabulous show. I know you have something else in you. Do you have any new projects coming out?
I am actually writing a new show as we speak, and I better hurry because I'm doing a stage reading in LA on November 7th. It's about aging and getting older, and it's called Act 3, The Golden Years. But it was funny. It's a funny, irreverent look at getting older and all the things that come with it. And I got some good material last week because I had the most horrifying experience of my life. I went to my 50th high school class reunion. You know, you still think you're young. You're like, hey, I'm happening. I'm cool. And you walk into this room of old codgers. You're like, damn, how old am I?
Well, thank you so much for being on our show. We are very honored to have you here, and we certainly enjoyed the show.
You know, you're doing such wonderful work, and this has been serendipitous because I've been getting your emails for a good time now. Oh yeah, and with all your, and I kept saying, this is great, these young Latinos doing something cool. So then all of a sudden I was coming to Boston, I thought, well, I'll write them. And you guys were right there and supportive and helped promote it, and it's I who am honored, and I thank you so very, very much. And continue work. It's the young people. That's what thrills me, because there's young people, because let me tell you, our asses are dragging, you know, so we need some new blood, you know, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
I thought the show captured very well the Chicano gay experience of emphasizing the background between its connection between quote-unquote mainstream Anglo culture and the Mexican experience in the U.S.
I thought his show was fantastic. I think it opens a lot of awareness about AIDS and being gay and coming out being Latino. It was a fantastic show.
I loved it. It's a really reminder of Chicano history and with lots of good music and wonderful writing. Yeah, I really liked it.
I thought it was great. As a Hispanic American, I really could relate to a lot of the things he said, and I really thought he was hilarious and really heartfelt in some parts. So I thought it was great.
I'm not ready to come out. I'm not hiding. But I don't need to advertise to be judged. Carlos stays close to my family during all these years while he is family. And one day, he gets a call from Dad inviting him to lunch. A couple days later, I get a little note from Carlos scrawled in artist charcoal on a little piece of drawing paper. The cat is out of the bag. The frijoles have been spilled. Dad wants to know once and for all if his eldest son is gay, and Carlos spills his guts for the price of a burrito.